Suffering is the path to life. It builds us. Our current culture does not like to mention suffering. We don't like to bring it up. We don't like to think about it. It's pushed to the side. Death, struggle, it's all hidden. We are told that suffering should be escaped from at all costs. And it's the reason why the world is a dark place, only because of suffering. And it's the only thing that makes morality. It's the only thing that guides people's moral compass, is removing themselves from suffering. We are told to focus on being comfortable, on being safe, having ease, to have comfort and happiness as the main guiding principles of our life. And this will lead to a fulfilling life according to the current culture we are in. Everything is centered around convenience. We have everything available to us at the tap of a finger to hit all the right spots. Things are easy to obtain now, and in some ways it's good. It saves time, it's efficient, and it's effective, and it's helping us move forward. But in many ways, other ways, it's destroying us. If comfort and convenience are prioritized over hard work, over self-sufficiency, over critical thinking, over discipline, action, movement of the will, and all the other virtues and skills that humans need to be valuable people on this earth, to provide value and to help the world, then we create a weak, useless, unskilled, incompetent people when we prioritize comfort and convenience over discipline, hard work, and those things all incorporate suffering into them. It's not easy to be disciplined, it's not easy to be hard-working, it's not easy to become skillful, it's not easy to become self-sufficient. It takes work, which is sacrifice, but it's worth it. This is what we see in our modern day. All of us have been affected by this comfort, by this longing for ease and convenience. We've become weak, we've lost who we were, we've lost the skills that our ancestors built, and we lost their drive, we lost their will, we lost their values. And what's most important, because we've loved ease and comfort. Suffering builds us, comfort destroys us. The word ascetic means sufferer. This is what all Christians are called to be. God is the foundation of everything in our worldview, everything in our ideology. He transcends all of it. It's all centered around God and what he called us to do, what he is, what he does, and what he says. We can't escape the importance of this. Why must we suffer? Because Christ did for you and me and the whole world. The apostles did, the martyrs did, all of the saints who have come after, all of the Christians, the true Orthodox Christians who have come after Christ up until this day have suffered for him in different ways, at different levels, but we're all called to suffer, to deny ourselves and to live a life of self-sacrifice. That is what we are called to do. Not only Christians have come to this understanding, have recognized this, Christians in the fullest way, but the philosophers of Greece, of Rome, of all the different types of philosophy, the Far Eastern philosophers, they understood that suffering, when it's viewed in the right way, when it's embraced, it builds us. It helps us become more than what we were. It builds mental strength, it builds physical strength, it builds strong will and determination to face the challenges of life, because there is suffering in life. They saw that and they realized it, and they recognized it through observing the world. To develop any real skill, it takes failure, which inside of ourselves, in our conscience, we suffer when we fail, but it gives us a drive to move forward if we view it in the right way, that it's a lesson. We move forward through that suffering, and it gives us a trajectory to be more, to let go, to change, to get back up when you fall and learn. This is how real skill and virtue is built, and God has called us to this. God has revealed this to us. A lot of the philosophers, a lot of the people who just observe reality using their reason, which God has given us, they saw this, that it's needed. Suffering is needed to build skill and strength and virtue. Recently, suffering has become something which has been realised to build again, with a lot of modern intellectual voices, a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of athletes, and a lot of influencers on YouTube, on Instagram, have become popular because they've been reciting these teachings of Christianity by philosophers, and it's become popular again because young men can see the rot that comfort has caused. It's made us lazy, it's made us weak, it's made us incompetent, it's just made us slaves to our basic, lowest whims, our desires, which need to be disciplined and ordered, and then they're good. The young men are seeing this, and they're making their stand by going to the gym, by eating healthy, by putting down the phone, by putting down the drink, by putting down the porn, by putting down casual, dopaminergic, easy things which lead to a low, depressing life, because it's void of suffering, it's void of delaying gratification, it's void of hard work with thinking, with patience. We need it. We need suffering. And it's not even suffering when you view it in this way. It might be to your feelings, it might be in the moment hard, and it is hard. It'll never not be hard to deny yourself, but it is the best thing that we can do for every aspect of our life. Ultimately to please God, ultimately to be obedient to God, but for our fulfillment, for our joy, growing in virtue and a good character. It's needed. You need to face yourself, you need to face others, you need to face problems day by day. We need to be able to suffer and to face suffering, be able to deal with it. Only in the Christian worldview does it make sense completely. You know, the philosophers, they come somewhat close, you know, they do in some ways, and some things they get right. But to understand the completeness of it, of the truth, of why we need to embrace denying ourselves, why we need to sacrifice what's lowest inside of us, that's only found in Christianity completely. Only found there. Because there's a God. There's an omnipotent, holy, just, loving God who calls us to do what's good and calls us to not depart from what is good. And we did that. We did depart from what is good. And we turned to our own way, we turned to comfort, we turned to ease and our own desires, our lowest desires. And by doing that, we allowed death into the world. And through one man, death came into the world, but through Christ, another man, the God-man, fully God, fully man, death was defeated. Immortality was given back to man. Their relationship with God was restored by that one man, Jesus Christ, who died for us, who lived a perfect life. So now we must put our faith in that, and we must live how he commanded us to live. That is falling, getting back up, ordering our desires, disciplining our desires, loving our neighbour, loving God with all we are, and trying to die every day to our lowest self. Embrace the good, enjoy the good, virtue, enjoy it and love it. That is our calling, and that is the Christian worldview. Not in its entirety, that was just a small gospel, but that's why we're called to it. Christ died for us, we must live for him and love him as he loved us. And when we see the fruit of that in the world and what that means, to love, to forgive, to love our enemies, to die, to have that much love that we're willing to die for others, to have mercy. Because God had mercy on us, we must have mercy on others, to forgive others because God has forgiven us, to protect, to be patient, to be kind, to be humble, not to be proud, all of these things. And it just transcends all of the philosophers, all of the other worldviews, all of the other religions, because all of the other religions are very much human. They're very much just centered, either you just embrace all your human desires in their entirety, or you hate all of them. You think all of them are corrupt and evil, and that humanity is just evil, that God is evil, that the world is evil, and that it doesn't make sense. There's no fruit there. That is just going to lead to chaos in every way. In fact, there's no reason to act right, there's no moral compass, there's no moral law for us to abide by. It's just you you're your own God, do what you want. No. Have hope, lads. I will try to suffer well. We will all try to suffer well for Christ. It's our life's journey. You fall, you give in to what is lowest, you repent, and we get back up every day. Fall, get back up. You've got this, lads. Not alone in this. I'm not alone in this. We can't forget that. We can't lose our hope, even though sometimes we can feel really deep in war in ourselves. Do not give up. Do not give up. There's great things out there for us to have, to enjoy, to embrace. It's going to take work, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take doing good. So let's do it with joy. Let's do it with joy, lads. Let's move towards our goals.